Hey everyone, Anton here again for another question and answer video. This question comes from Tyler, and it's kind of long. It's like a longer email, but I'll read you some of it and I'll pull out the question. He says, first off, I want to say thank you for the awesome content. You're welcome, Tyler. And he says he stumbled across the YouTube channel a couple weeks ago. Been doing a lot of research on drop shipping for a couple months now, and based on our testimonials and lifestyle and whatnot, he believes it's legit. He wants to start. His question is basically, he's a 19-year-old guy. He's in college right now in Kansas, and he's about to finish his first full year, but he feels like he wasted time in school, and he wants to know, like what I recommend. Should he stay there? Should he start doing like an e-commerce business, or should he finish his education, go through it for 3 more years? With college, I kind of have like mixed feelings. I have a 4-year degree, but what I always tell people is that I went for the experience, not really for the education, because I'll be honest, most of the stuff I learned, I don't use at all in my businesses, and the stuff that I use in my businesses are things that I've learned and tested and tweaked over the years. It's not because I went to school, spent a bunch of money, and took out student loans. What I'll say is make sure you really think about it, because I'm not someone that's totally against school, but I'm a big proponent of going to a state school, if you're from the States, somewhere where you're paying not a ridiculous amount of money, and go somewhere where you could take out minimum amounts of loans, if any. Try to pay them off as soon as possible, but there's just so many people that go through school with the promise of, when I get out, I'm gonna make X amount of money, but you don't realize, if you owe 100,000, 200,000, even if you're making a decent starting salary, you're in a pretty bad situation. So if you know you're gonna be entrepreneurial, I was too, and again, I still went to school for that experience. I didn't wanna miss it, but I know that it has nothing to do with my success now. So it's really a personal decision, but I don't think it's necessary at all to be successful with any type of online business. Again, something to think about. And if you are gonna make the decision to leave school, don't do it without a plan. Don't do it without a job. The worst thing that you could do is just leave school and then tell your parents hey, I'm sleeping back in my bedroom because I don't know what's going on. At least have something to subsidize your income, like a job, as you're building your business. So that's my advice on that. I hope it helps. Best of luck with any decision. And if you do start an e-commerce store, definitely reach out. Let us know how it's going, because I'm always interested to hear follow-ups on things like this. And you know what, a little side note, I've been doing dropship lifestyle for about 3 years now, helping people build e-commerce stores. And last year, I was in San Francisco for a business event called HustleCon, which a bunch of speakers come, non-technical founders, really good event. But it was funny, I was there and this kid walked up to me and he's like, "Are you Anton from Dropship Lifestyle?" And I was like, okay, this is weird, but yeah, I am. And he told me that he had joined my course about a year ago. He was living in France, and he asked me via email back then if he should go to university or not. And I gave him basically the same answer I'm giving you now, except it was via email. He told me that he didn't go to school at all. He found an internship in San Francisco, moved by himself at 18 years old from France to San Francisco. He was building an e-commerce store while working on a startup. So just let you know, anything's possible. Don't feel like you need that education to actually make something happen with your life. It's really not necessary if you really are entrepreneurial. That's the big caveat there. But any other questions, go to the blog at blog.dropshiplifestyle, or go to the YouTube channel, obviously, and ask questions above, because I'm happy to answer them in future videos. Thanks, everyone.